Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome to Leisure Bit. And today we're off to Middridge Meadows certified location, which is near Newton Aycliffe, near Darlington also, and also to the Locomotion Railway Museum in Shildon. And we'll finish off with a quick look at Forest Park Services, which is just off the A1. So let's get cracking. So we didn't expect to get away this weekend because Rachel had been in hospital on Monday for an operation, hadn't you, Rachel?
Oh, I have. I've managed to do a little bit of damage to my right knee a couple of months ago. So I went in on Monday, had a little operation to fix it all. I thought I would still be laid up in bed, but thankfully I felt okay and I'm up and about, hobbling a bit, but was glad to get away for the day. Enjoyed it.
So we booked last minute to Middridge Meadows, which is a certified location just near Middridge, which isn't far from Newton Aycliffe, Darlington, Bishop Auckland, kind of in that triangle. And so let's take a look at that now. While we were there, we also got a takeaway from the pub in Middridge. We thought we'd treat ourselves for the night. So let's take a look. So we pick up the journey on the road known as Middridge Road and just pass a new housing estate that's been built on the right, and we head down the road. Obviously if you're coming in the other direction you'll come in the opposite way here, but I just wanted to show you when we arrive at the site, it's not where the postcode would take you on the sat nav. It literally is here, which is on the main road that runs through Middridge, and you just turn off here. There's a lock on the gate and you get the code when you book the site. Details on the screen there if you want to find it on what 3 words. And then you head down this lane with fields either side and various animals and things as we got further down in the fields. There's a cow there and various horses and donkeys and things like that. So you then come to the end of the lane and there's the CL gate. We can just see that coming up in front of us now, and that's the actual CL in that space. So that's where we're heading into. So I will now nip out and open the gate and we will go and choose a pitch. We were very fortunate, and we hadn't told anyone we were going either, that the site actually has no one else on it. So we had the site to ourselves, which was really nice for Roxy. So there we go, and we will go on this first pitch, I think. Let's keep it simple. Just pull round onto the pitch now. It was getting on late in the afternoon, early evening on Friday, just as the sun was setting there, as you can probably see. Let's take a quick look around the CL now. Must remember to get a shorter electrical hookup lead as well. I did tidy that up later. All of the pitches had an electrical hookup point available. A handy picnic bench. A disposal point. And rubbish and recycling bins. The site also had an information hut which had various books, snooker table, pool table and various other bits and pieces and seating in there. Lots of useful kind of visitor information, that sort of thing as well. Roxy enjoyed herself on the site as well, and I think Rachel enjoyed as well because she didn't have to walk around too much while chucking the ball for Roxy, so it was great having the site to ourselves. At the time we stayed in February 2022, it was £15 for the night in the CL, so not bad at all, that is it really, with your electrical hookup. And there's also water points dotted around some next to some of the pitches. Just a quick look there at the entrance to the site as I have a wander now down towards Middridge. So we're just entering now the village of Middridge, which is a few hundred yards down if you turn left as you come out the site. Middridge is a pretty little village, only a small village. There's no shops or anything there. There is a pub though. So we collected a takeaway from the Bay Horse in Middridge on Friday night. It was very tasty. The only thing is they didn't have any bags to carry the food back in, so I had to carry it back, which is about just under 10-minute walk, just holding it. So, but there's the pub, very tasty grub. There is a reasonable sized car park just to the left hand side of the pub. So we decided to have a takeout and rather than actually drive down. So I'm just leaving Middridge now and heading back to the CL. It's a few hundred yards down the road from the village to the gate that you go into the CL, and you just head down the track. We'll take a look at that when we get there. Just head back now down the track. I just sped it up a little bit there, as you can probably see, and just have a quick look at the animals, and then we'll head back to the van. So I went and had a look around the Locomotion, as it's called, which is the railway museum, which is just near Shildon, not far at all from the CL we stayed at. So let's take a quick look at that now. There was a decent sized car park with easy access, and there's also an overflow car park if it was ever full. You head down just in front of the main building, walk along, and the entrance is on the right hand side just when you get past the end of the building there. Let's head down there now. When I got to the entrance to the museum, you scanned your QR code. There was an option to get a ticket there and then, so not an issue if you hadn't pre-booked, but you can pre-book and either scan it on your phone or scan it from paper. Let's have a look at some of the trains now. I've purposely only had a quick look around here because I didn't want to spoil it for anybody that wanted to visit and have a proper look around. But you'd spend quite a lot of time here and go through all the details of the exhibits. But this just gives you a quick whistle-stop tour of some of the exhibits. Wow, isn't that posh? There's also a cafe and a gift shop at the museum. So there's your quick whistle stop tour of the Locomotion at Shildon. Unfortunately, it was now time to leave for the weekend, so we headed up the track, pulled off the pitch and waved goodbye to Middridge Meadows for this time. I thought it was useful to point out that Forest Park Services, which is just on the Newton Aycliffe junction of the A1, sells auto gas if you need to top up your LPG. There's a couple of petrol stations there. There's a McDonald's, Greggs, KFC and a little shop and that sort of thing. So very handy if you're passing on the A1, even if you're not looking to go to the area, but if you're passing through, I think you find it considerably cheaper than some of the main motorway services, and it's literally a few hundred yards off the A1. So you take the A167 turn off, heading towards Newton Aycliffe, and you can quickly whip back round and go back down the A1. So good little tip there. So just give you a very quick look around. It's just dash cam footage, but it gives you an idea of what's there. If you need LPG, don't do what we did and we drove around the HGV bit, through the HGV park and had to come round again. The LPG is actually on the left hand pump at the back in the main forecourt area. There's also a shop there that sells bits and pieces if you need to get any odds and ends while you're passing. Let's have a look. You can see how close it is there to the A1. You can see the junction roundabout just ahead. On the left there's a McDonald's, and then there's a spa and petrol station, and the LPG filling point is on the left, as you can see, is just passing there. We'll just head out now and have a look at the bit. It's just recently been built, this part of these services, and this bit's just been refurbished that we've just been to, just up on the top bit there. There's another shop and various food available: KFC, Pizza Hut, Greggs, Starbucks coffee, all of those kind of things, and a spa. So there you go. So let's start with, what did we think of the CL? So Rachel, what did you think of it, and what would you rate it out of 5?
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the rating, and I'd rate it 3.5 out of 5. It was a lovely little CL. It was back off the road, down the track as you saw, with quite some nice scenery around. I loved it again that we were the only ones there. I obviously haven't been able to take Rox for a walk this week, but with us being the only ones there, it meant that I was able to let her off the lead and throw some balls, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Close proximity to the pub is always a good thing. I obviously didn't hobble along with David, so we went and got a takeaway. Middridge itself is beautiful. So no, I enjoyed it, and yes, I would definitely go back again. Would you?
So I'd definitely go back again. I thought it was really handy. It's also close to where our daughters moved to, so that was really handy as well. And the bit I particularly liked was it was walkable to the pub. It's about 10-minute walk, and the only complaint I had went to the Bay Horse pub, and we booked the takeaway for 6 o'clock and it was about 6:20. I had a lovely pint while I was waiting, but then ended up standing around for 15 minutes or so just waiting for it to be ready, and unfortunately they didn't have any bags, so I had to kind of carry the takeaway back. As you'll have seen, there was a quick shot of it on the counter, and it cooled off a little bit on the way back because it was pretty cold and blowing a bit of a wind, and I say about a 10-minute walk back to the site. In the summer it'd be absolutely stunning, but the site itself had everything you would wish for. And remember, our ratings are just relative to how we rate each of the sites, and anything that we're scoring 3 or above is very good, so we definitely recommend going there. And lovely little site, quite handy for the area as well if you want to potter about.
The donkey was funny, wasn't it, on Saturday morning? That was
making a noise, yes. And a few animals around, some interesting animals as well. So yeah, it was really nice. I also enjoyed the Railway Museum. Had a look around. Rachel didn't come and say she was resting her leg up, and I don't think she's particularly interested in trains either. But it was good to have a look around there, and there's plenty of parking, so easy access and plenty of parking there. It's free, but we made a £5 donation when we went, just to help with the upkeep and keep it running, especially when we're taking a few shots and video for the vlog. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye!
Bye!